Time for the black commons. And then number 5, we have a card Pitiless Vizier, which is 4 mana 4/2, which isn't great, but again, we have the care about cycle or discard part, which make this pretty scary. Attacking with a 4 mana 4/2 that can turn indestructible at any moment.
Yeah.
It's not really fun to block.
No, it's not. And I mean, the thing with cycle is that you're not down a card. You're cycling the card, so...
And if you have cycle for 1 or 2,
yeah,
then... I mean, yeah, this effect could... Either you just get in for 4 because they don't do anything, or they block with a 3-drop or something, and then you just cycle your card. Sure, you're down the mana, but you're up the card that he blocked with, and you got back your card that you cycled.
And you might still have mana to play like a 3-drop or something that turn. So,
or you could have something else that says when you discard or cycle a card, something else happens.
Sure.
If you have that deck.
Sure, there are some of those cards.
So yeah, it's close to. It will not be as good as the 4/2 that came back every time you cast an artifact, but it's in the same ballpark since it has the synergy part of being better in the right deck.
Yeah.
So we just put it here because we think it will be strong in the blue-black deck.
And number 4, we have Horror of the Broken Lands. Pretty cool name.
Long name.
Yeah. 4 and a black for a 4/4. And when you cycle or discard another card, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn.
6/5.
And you can also cycle this for 1 black.
Which is very good. I mean, 5 mana 4/4 in black already is pretty big. And it gets
attacks
really big.
6/5 if you cycle.
Yeah, again, horrible to block if you don't have anything that's even bigger than that.
Yep.
And fixes your mana early if you have to.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
Number 3, we have Wasteland Scorpion. 3 mana 2/2 Death Touch, similar to 2 mana 1/1 Death Touch. You don't get the big stats, but Death Touch just trades with anything. This is a slightly better attacker, and
you can also cycle it.
Yeah, like black. All the black cards look like they have cycling.
There are a lot of cycle cards in black.
And I like the Scorpion. It's just a solid value creature.
Yes.
Trades up.
Number 2, we have Splendid Agony. So 2 in a black, instant. And you distribute 2 -1/-1 counters on 2 or 1.
I like that you can split it up. That makes it so that you could be in a situation where you're there's combat between multiple creatures where you can win 2 combats at the same time. If you compare it to the card that gave -2/-2 and you scryed, then you could only do it to one guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't permanent. These are actually counters that are left behind.
Exactly. So even if your opponent has a combat trick to win that battle, they still have the
their
-1.
3/3 will be a 1/1 for the rest of the game, and so on. And black can also care, together with green, can care about -1/-1 counters too. So it might be upside that we don't really know about yet.
Exactly. You have some cards that work. That you might want to put these on your own creatures.
You can put another -1/-1 counter on a card that already has it, for example.
Yeah.
So even if you don't kill it with this, next turn you might just play the creature that can do that and kill it again. Kill it off permanently.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's better than Cruel Finality, I think.
It is.
Number 1, final reward. Just 5 mana instant exile target creature. Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously a very good removal spell.
Common, you will see them a lot. It's good because you can easily splash it. I mean, even if you don't have double land, dual lands or whatever, you could even splash 2 of these of 2 swamps if there's a slow format.
Yeah.
Yeah, just black usually has a catch-all removal spell, and again, they have it.
Yeah, and it looks awesome. It's instant again. They have been sorcery for a while, I think.
Yes. I guess you had destroy target creature for 5 mana in Kaladesh.
Yeah, you did.
But
it's only in the last set that it was sorcery.
Destructive Tampering.
Moving on to the uncommons. So for number 3, we have Gravedigger, a card that we both enjoy playing a whole lot.
It is a very good card for the first, and we also love the card.
Yeah.
So we couldn't not have it on the list, even if it was competing with cards like Stir the Sands, for example, which looks very good. 6 mana, create a 6/6 spread over 3 guys. They're all zombies.
And you can cycle it for 4 mana. You can draw a card and still get a zombie.
Yeah, so that card might be better than Gravedigger, but we're still choosing Gravedigger over it.
Yeah, when you have a lot of cycling effects with creatures and stuff like that, I think
Plus, if you get more of them, you can have Gravedigger lock.
Yeah, I love
where
that.
you can just play Gravedigger for Gravedigger. What should they do?
Gravedigger for days.
Yeah, I've won games where I've only had 2 Gravediggers. And just did it until I can find my bomb.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should not underestimate the Gravedigger.
No, you shouldn't.
Number 2, Baleful Amit. I mean, it's one. Here's the first thing I guess that cares about -1/-1 counters, or they have a lot of cards that can put -1/-1 counters together with green.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a 3 mana 4/3 lifelink with the downside of putting a counter. Probably on itself, but you can also put it on something else, I guess. And there is cool things you can do with the new Doom Traveler. I mean, it's 2 mana for a 1/1 that dies into
a
zombie
2/2.
which is a 2/2. So maybe you have that running around, play the Amit as a 4/3 lifelink, and you get the 2/2 zombie.
Yeah, you can curve 2 into this.
Plus, there are 4 drops in green, for example, that could just come in right after this guy and remove the counter.
Yeah.
So if you build it right and sequence your spells, this can be a 3 mana 4/3 lifelink in the right deck pretty easy, which seems pretty powerful.
Pretty good.
It's just really, really good to have that life swing.
And on number 1 we have another cool card called Bone Picker.
Yeah.
3 and a black for a 3/2 flying death touch.
Or
1 black. If something died this turn,
which isn't that hard to get going. I mean, you're allowed to play removal spells in your deck, and there will be combat. I mean, Morbid is easier than Revolt
for some reason.
Yeah. Morbid was pretty easy to trigger. You wait until second main phase, or you just cast a 3 mana or 4 mana removal spell, and you can still have 1 mana left for playing a 1 mana 3/2 flying death touch.
Yeah. Plus, Revolt was in a format where everybody knew about Revolt. This is just like the only card that has this ability.
Yeah, there isn't like Morbid is back.
No. So people won't play around.
And it's uncommon, so they cannot every time. Oh, I guess I should just take 6 here because maybe they bone pick me.
No.
okay, take 6 then. I can still cast this for 4 and it will still be good.
That won't happen.
So bone picker is great.
And there's also, I guess, an honorable mention in Lord of the Accursed.
In the right deck, that can be a bomb.
Yeah, because on its own, it's a 3 mana 2/3, which can give itself menace at the end of turn.
That doesn't do anything.
It taps
itself. So on its own, it's only a 3 mana 2/3.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have other zombies, it becomes a lord. And if you have a lot of them, I mean, it can, for 2 mana, maybe win you the game the same turn. In black-white, for example, you could have maybe 70% of your creatures could be zombies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the right deck, this can be a card you can pick early and just build around, for example. And it will probably be great. Black, I think, to sum it up, looked pretty weak on common.
Yeah.
But better on uncommon.
As it has been
for us for the last few sets.
Yeah, I think we've always find like 5 good uncommons and like 6 good commons. So it's weird.
Sometimes you find even more uncommons that seem good and playable than commons, even though you pick from a much larger card pool compared to white, where we found 13 good commons. Just as a reminder. Moving on then to red.
Yes.
See you there.
Bye bye.